Paparisto. I'm going to demonstrate the law of conservation of momentum. So what is momentum? Well, momentum is simply the product of mass times velocity. It simply shows how much stuff is moving and how fast that stuff is moving. So right now I've got a small bouncy ball that's about, let's say, 1 kilogram, and I have a larger red ball that's 5 kilograms. Now if I hold them both here at the same height, and I decide to drop them, they'll both have the same velocity, but the red ball is going to have a higher momentum because it has more mass. And so once they drop it, the momentum is going to switch. So that means that the bouncy ball is going to have the same momentum the red ball had initially, which means you're going to have a very fast moving, very high jumping bouncy ball. There you go. Okay, so let's say you want to find the velocity of the small bouncy ball the minute after it collides with the red ball. Well, given the law of conservation of momentum, we know that initial momentum equals final momentum. And since we know the momentum is simply the product of mass and velocity, we can say that m1 v1 initial plus m2 v2 initial equals m1 v1 final plus m2 v2 final. So now let's just plug in what we know. We said the mass of the first ball, the red one, was 5 kilograms. Let's just call its initial velocity 5 meters per second. Doesn't really matter. The mass of the second, smaller ball was 1 kilogram, and it also had the same initial velocity, 5 meters per second. The masses stay the same after the collision, obviously. And for convenience, let's just say that the final velocity of the red ball is 1 meter per second. Now we just got to plug in what we know and solve for the final velocity of the second, smaller ball. And if you do the math, you'll find that it's equal to 25 kilograms times meter per second, which is the unit of momentum. And that's exactly what the red ball had initially, which was 5 times 5. So that's law of conservation of momentum. That's how you use the solve physics problem. Thank you. 1 final plus m2 v2 final. God,